So it's funny. So I was explaining to Joe beforehand that I took my real estate. I got my real estate license like a year and a half ago, and I got the license. I didn't really use it for anything. I promise you this will make sense. I didn't use it for anything, and so I let it go. I guess I got suspended, or let it just sit void for a while until I maybe wanted to act on it again. And so I was kind of upset that I got that license. It was a couple $1,000s, and I was like, oh man, I can't believe I spent all that time, all that money, all that effort getting my license. But one of the classes, this real estate agent came in who happened to take the courses 6 months prior, and he came in and was kind of talking about his business, and we just happened to randomly go up and start talking to him after the class, and he was talking about how he was working with investors. This guy actually had a meetup, so we went to the meetup a couple of times. We kind of got to know him a little bit, but not like that big relationship.
Was he a presenter to the group?
He was a presenter to the group, yes. And so then I hadn't talked to him for like a year probably, but I was friends with him on Facebook. And so this past weekend, a deal came up on the MLS that was in Pleasant Ridge, Cincinnati. It was a fourplex. It was listed for $225, and it happened this past weekend where I actually planned on going to St. Louis to look at deals too. Yeah. And the last second, I was like, I'm not going to go to St. Louis. And so this comes up on, I think we saw it on Friday night. We saw the deal come up on the MLS. So I call my agent. I was like, hey, you want to see this deal? No response, because I think she's out. She happened to say that she was out for dinner or something. And I know that this deal is going to go by really fast. Yeah. And so I'm like, hey, I think this deal. So I'm like, keep texting her. And then Marcella, who's my partner, she's on the couch and she's kind of randomly scrolling through Facebook. And she comes across this real estate agent's Facebook page. And he posted the deal on his Facebook page. And it's like, oh, it's his listing. We found out it's his listing. Uh-huh. And so I call him up. It's like, hey, we see this one listing on Facebook that you have, Fourplex in Pleasant Ridge. Can we see it? Because my agent's not responding. We want to see it. He goes, yeah. He goes, but by the way, there's 5 properties. 4 of them are off market and 1 of them's on market. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm in town. I almost left town, and now I've got these 4 off market deals that I'm gonna be able to see after just listed for like an hour. Like it literally just came on the market when I called him, and so I'm going back and forth. And the next day we schedule, we go see all 5 of them, and my agent kind of comes to, and we put in offers on 3 of them. We put offers on 2 of the ones. So a second one actually came on market. So we put offers on 2 of the ones on market and 1 off market. But this is kind of funny. So I had a friend who had also bought a fourplex in Pleasant Ridge very recently, Joey. Yep. And I thought that he bought it for $150, and someone's like, "There's no way our property's gonna appraise at $225 or $220 or $215 or $2 anything." And so he offered $190, and they just back like, no, this is silly. We're not even gonna counter offer you. And so then we offered $205, and like, no, we're still not gonna counter offer you. And so then I finally found out from Joey, he didn't buy it for $250, he bought it for $200. Or sorry, he didn't buy it for $150, he bought it for $200. So then she almost lost the deal because we underbid by so much, we didn't understand how much the properties were actually were worth. But we ended up, so since we took so long, both the 2 properties on market went away, and the 3 off market ones were still there. And so we submitted an offer for $215. And it came back and said, 2 of these are gone, so you can do the one at $215. And we're like, oh, what about? Or sorry, we'll counter offer you at $220 for the one. And we're like, what about the other 2? Like we put offers in on those. Like yeah, they're still available, but be quick. And so we put 3 offers in at $220 for the 3 off-market fourplexes. And I just got the 3rd response this morning that we got it.
Wow, 3 fourplexes for $220.
$220, yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's incredible. What type of business plan are you doing with them?
So the plan is to hold them long term. So for now, at the very least 10 years, we plan on holding them for. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy them. And I wish I could show you pictures beforehand. So they're built in the 1950s. And so they have like that crazy Technicolored tile in the bathrooms and on the floors. And so the goal is right now they're fully occupied, and the rents, at the current rents and at the current purchase price, they'll cash flow about, each one will cash flow about $600 a month, and they're about each unit is about $25 below market. And so for some of the tenants, we already know that we want to raise the rents in order to either have them pay more or force them out because they're smokers. And they're on the leases are month to month, so we'll be able to do that. And so our goal is to raise the rents to $25. And the ones that say no, we're going to go in there and fix up the units, not to some same level. I'm actually going to fix them up to the same level I fixed up my first property that I bought. And so, new countertops, backsplash.
Do you do that work?
No.
No.
I have a guy who does work really inexpensive. He's my age. And he just likes doing handiwork. Mm-hmm. And I kind of just randomly met him. But something else that's interesting too, because again, I got these deals all through relationships. Yeah. And I also found these contractors through relationships. I started going back to my CrossFit gym on Monday, and there's just 3 of us in the gym, and one of the guys I didn't know who he was. And at the end, we start talking. I find out that he's a fix and flipper, of course. I feel like I run these real estate guys everywhere. Like once I need these people, they just show up in your life. Yeah. And he lives right next to my property. He owns a fourplex in that same area, and he says that he had the issue of that crazy tile in all those properties, and apparently he has a contractor that will, I don't know how, he does some sort of glaze, and he can glaze all the tiles white.
Oh.
And so our plan is just for all the people that move out of those properties, instead of having to take off all the tile, because it's literally everywhere. Instead of taking off all the tile in the bathrooms and the kitchens, we're just going to glaze them all a color, and so that'll save us an insane amount of money.
Big time. And
so that's the plan. We're gonna put on countertops, like $100 countertops that look like granite, but they're not granite, from Home Depot. And then they kind of had this wood paneling around kind of the bottom half of the walls. So we'll take that off and then paint the walls. But the cabinets are nice. All the appliances are good enough, because it's like a B area, and so we don't need to put stainless steel in there.
And it's a B area that's continuing to improve too. Right?
Yeah, we talked to. Apparently, every appraisal that's coming in is like a record high appraisal in the area, so it's just heating up. Because if you don't know Cincinnati, there's Hyde Park and Oakley, at least down where I live, are like the 2 really, really nice areas. And Oakley is in insane demand right now. They're building, I think they have 4 brand new 100, maybe 200 plus unit apartment complexes. They're building like a 5th 86 unit right now, and all within like a 1 square mile area. And so it's just it's insane in Oakley right now. And Pleasant Ridge is kind of the next area where people are like, all right, we got to go here to find properties, because $200 it's like $2,000 to rent out like 2 bedrooms in Oakley right now. And so it's just beginning to heat up in Pleasant Ridge. And so when these came on the market, I knew that they're gonna go by fast. And again, all the deals are gone now, and they went on the market. Only 2 of them went on the market, 72 hours, 42 hours ago. So,
how do you get financing for 3 properties simultaneously?
So we're in a I guess a unique situation, just because Marcella makes a lot of money, and so we're actually both putting our names in the loan, because we both are providing the down payment, 25% down payment, and since I don't have any debt, at all, I have 0 debt. I'm not even claiming income for this. I'm basically 0 income, 0 expenses, just so I can put my name in the loan, and I can use my money in the loan without having to do something weird to somehow give it to Marcella so that she can use it. And then her income qualifies us enough to get the 3 properties. And so
would it be 3 separate loans?
Oh yeah, sorry, 3 separate loans. They're all 25 years. They're all 30-year amortized, fixed rates. Something else that I wanted to talk about too is about shopping around for lenders, because we had a lender that we bought our primary residence on, and really nice lady. She helped us out a lot. And so we went to her for the lending on this deal, and she said, I can get you a 5% interest rate at 30 years. I'm like, okay, that's 5% seems fine. I know Joey, he got 5% of his loan too. Then again, the random relationships. My girlfriend's at work talking about, we're buying these properties, and some guy that works with her also owns a property on that street somehow, magically. And he mentions a lender that he uses, and so we just reached out to him, and he can get us a 4.5% interest rate loan at, I think he said it was $618 to pay it down. But we're also refinancing our primary residence to knock off PMI and drop the interest rate on that too. And for some reason, we get a credit for doing that. So that credit is actually going to cover some of the closing costs and the loan fee we had to pay to pay down. So that 0.5% interest rate was it was huge for a cash on cash return.
The same lender is refinancing your primary?
Yeah.
Oh, they hit a home run.
They did. They got $1 million in loans.
They nailed it with you. Is that What's their company? Is it just a mortgage broker? Yeah, if you don't know, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
So it's not a well-known company. It's like some guy who has a brokerage business and he finds the best loan options based on that.
Yeah, see, I mean, it's kind of like a hybrid between because usually for regular lenders, at least the one we were using before, it was American Mortgage, I think is what it was. And she said that we were maxed out at 4 loans at this point. She's like, we can do 4 loans and they're maxed out, and so you can't use this anymore. This guy, he can do up to 10 loans.
Yeah.
It's like he must be selling them to, I can't remember which one does 10, Freddie or Fannie. I think it's Freddie. But he must use them. But then he said, on top, once you get past that, I do commercial loans too, and so you can just use me basically forever. We're like, okay, yeah, for sure.
When are you scheduled to close?
July 8th is when we scheduled to close.
July 8th. All right.
So 45 days. Really excited. I'm glad to be back. In the real estate games. I bought a property like a year and a half ago, and we were taking a break, and we had all this money saved up, and we're like, we need to buy property, and then once we, and again, it seemed like it happened to just work out.
Yeah.
We just came in the market. We knew the guy who was listing. We knew the guy who was a listing agent. So we found out that there were 3 off-market deals.
Yeah.
And we got all 3 of those off-market deals, and I'm expecting it all to work out.
All right. Well, you'll keep us posted every
We'll keep you
Friday.
posted, exactly.
Nice work.